Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show. Crucial times for Bitcoin, 94,600. And we dropping all the way down to 94. Shorts in control, getting paid here. I did see that we were likely going to drop based on a symmetrical triangle. They dumped to the downside about 90% of the time. I'll be honest, I said this now for weeks. If you've been watching me for actually a year now, symmetrical triangles are 50-50 patterns. They go either way. But these, the last 2 years, every single time I see a symmetrical pattern, it dumps to the downside. So, yeah, dumpy dump dump the dump dump. Dumpy dump dump the dump dump dump. Bang. So let's take a look at what's happening for Bitcoin, and I see more liquidity to the downside. We were in a diamond, but precarious diamond. Didn't put much faith in it. Put way more faith. I'm also watching PAXG USDT. It's in a beautiful ascending triangle, getting tighter in that zone. Chance we might see a bigger move. This is slightly up from entry. PAXG. All right. So Bitcoin, and look, it bounced exactly off the next area that I had put out at 94,341. How did I know it would bounce at 341? Where did I get these crazy numbers? Like, where do I come up with this nonsense? Honestly, it's just a measured move. It's the base of this triangle that tells you where you're likely going to go. I can't explain how the measured move plays out so nicely, but it does. And that was a bit of a diamond, you know, you could say, or was it a diamond like this that came in from the bottom, was going to dump out the bottom? To me, it kind of looked like it was you could say what diamond came in, but came back in the bottom. Aha. So like, so if a diamond comes back in, the way, that's just like a broken pattern. However it comes in, you got to play it. Understand? Makes sense to me now. Doesn't that make sense to you? Like, see, you know, the way I trade is if I look at a pattern, if the pattern's broken, let me explain something to you. I'm sitting there and I see a beautiful bull pennant. I've seen this many times too, what I'm teaching you, right? And I'll be like, awesome, beautiful bull pennant. I'm about to play it, right? They'll dip it. And I'll be like, dang, man. They'll bring it back inside. I will trade the bull pennant as if this never happened. And boom, I will get some massive gains. Now, the rest of the market's usually confused. They get stopped out. They don't know what's happening. They can't really handle this. But I am the king of broken patterns. I'll teach you how to trade a broken pattern. So to me, what happened here with this diamond was we did come in from the top, but we left out the bottom. That means we came in back to the bottom. And if you come in the bottom, you're going to leave out the bottom. And so the diamond stayed true to the 68% chance that it would break to the downside. As well here, look, you had a shoulder, a bit of a head, a bit of a shoulder. This had head and shoulder vibes. You were below the 200 MA. I teach my students, when you leave the 200 MA and a point of control, that's beautifulness for a move. Same thing when you do it to the upside. And look, this might be a false move Monday. Watch them move this thing all the way back to the upside. Did I short that? Did I make that trade? No. Do I feel bad that I missed the move? Do I have to show everyone I'm the greatest in sliced bread and catch every move? No. I don't trade Monday mornings 90% of the time. I was working out pretty hard. Maybe if I wasn't, I would have counted, but at the same time, I care more about my workout, all right, than a Monday morning false move. Look at this false move. Look at them wrecking the shorts now, right back to the upside. If you weren't quick on the draw, if you didn't sell the key area, which was the exact target that I had for you there, I told you if we broke down, we're going to 94.3. I told you if broke up, we're going to 96. Where was that? 97? Yeah, 96,980 for BTC. Oh my God, something's flying from the sky. It's a lemon. I just caught it. Let's put the lemon into the water. Let's stay hydrated. I worked out today. One of the hardest workouts I've ever had. Strike me dead if I'm lying. Dear God, it was a hardcore workout, man. I was covered in sweat. I feel amazing. I went after it. I told myself I was going to do something, and I did it already. And now we're rocking it out. I might make one of my biggest trades of my life today. You never know. Stay focused. Get your mind ready for opportunity. There's opportunity. I have 50K ready to go in USD. And I'm looking for opportunity, and I know I'm going to be able to flip it, dip it, and make some gains. I might swing trade. I got 2 coins that I'm looking at that look good to me, and I know there's opportunity out here. Everyone else can sit there and whine all day long. I'll be the only guy not whining. You know, my dad told me a story. Wow, that water tastes amazing. My dad told me a story in the 1980s when I was 5 or 6 years old. I was born in 83. 1988, there was a big, 1987, there was a drought for work in Boston. Wasn't a lot of work for iron workers. And a lot of guys were at the bar loafing. My dad called it loafing, hanging out, waiting for work, just chilling, doing nothing, right? Let's take a look at our 1 minute time frame. We must have got a bit of a money printer here. Wow, that's a V-shaped recovery. They didn't even really give us a divergence strong enough to catch on that one, unless we went to maybe the 30-second, 5-second chart. Yeah, so you got to go to the 5-second to catch the divergence when they get vicious on you. But there you have it. You still have it there. Look at that beautiful swing up to the upside, the downtrend. There's your double bottom divergence. Look, you could have traded a double bottom on the 5-second chart, followed by an ascending triangle above the 200 MA. Wow, my strategy playing out on the 5-second chart. Look at that. If you know the Lifer Vision, that's Lifer Vision right there. That's the sauce right there. Then look through the gap of the VRVP. I can teach you, this is what happens in the 1 hour, the daily. You can use the 5-second to fine tune your trading. You got to know what you're doing though, all right? But work dried up really hard, all right? And what my dad did, he got in and he drove to Milwaukee to work on, power plants and stuff like that, and he sent money back home. And the point of the story is he never sat there while everyone else did. He went and found opportunity. He told me that story many times, and I used to think, man, he told me he almost broke down in tears on the side of the road when he left his whole family for the winter. He had 48-hour ride to Milwaukee, and he was like, what am I doing? I got kids. My wife just had, but he had to go on the road to get that money. He said once he got there, and then he did work in Montana, he could see the sky, and he realized, look at that, shoulder, head, right shoulder. You see it? Shoulder, head, right shoulder to the downside. Anyway, we're not going to sit on the 5-second chart all day long, but there was a little bit of a mini reversal there. It's still a false move Monday. Be careful. They're playing games with a 5-second chart here. The point of the story is my dad told me that when everyone else sat there and waited for opportunity, he went and found it. Right? So when everyone else can sit in this in the space and say there's no opportunity, this market stinks, I'll just sit and hold my capital. I may make one big fat trade. Look, I made $60K last month off Trump. All I need to do is do that. I could do one more. I do one trade like that this year. I make 20, 30, 50K. All you have to do is stay alive and just poke a little bit here and take a little bit out the market. Everyone's freaking out. I know what I'm willing to lose in altcoins, so that's a wrap. I already put in what I was willing to lose. I know I'm not going to sell. I'm just sitting there, so it is what it is. And then I got my stacks in BTC, which I'm going to hold for the next 10 years. So I'm there. That's there. I've got some real estate to back me up, collected rent, so I'm okay there. And I'm not money hungry, so I know I can live without tons of money. So I'm not scared if things aren't the worst. You know what I mean? I'm okay. I'm going to make it. Mentally, I am prepared for anything. And I'm okay. I'm diversified. I'm ready to go. And I took my life seriously. When everyone else was running into altcoins and buying meme crap coins, I was buying BTC. And I kept telling everyone, you can buy all the meme coins you want. You can think it's going to be better for you, but I'm going to buy real assets and I'm going to buy things that matter. And people made fun of me and people called me a nerd and people called me whatever they wanted. But now look at me now, where the whole market's dipping. I'm sitting pretty. Now, I can still take a huge hit on the altcoins, but I put what I was willing to lose. So I'm mentally okay with it at this point. It is what it is. If this takes a dump down to the 200 MA, which it looks like it very well may, or it could, we'll be ready for it. So let's break down our top-down analysis for Bitcoin. Let's keep our minds open for opportunity and believe that anything is possible. We might have to short for massive gains. There was a short this morning for pretty good gains, right? So bearish is, bullish is bearish, bearish is bullish. Just separate your mind. So earlier today, even last night, in my humble opinion, I said the trend line broke here. Like we were okay. We're not okay now at this point. Like you have to flatten this at this point. That's pretty bearish to me. We're also losing the retest that we talked about. We're going to go over that. But to me, you've lost. So there's one or two things. This is a bear trap, which you're going to wick back inside the pattern, which they've been doing numerous times. Every time they make it look real bad, they flip it back to the upside and wreck the shorts. So either they wick this thing all the way back inside the pattern, or we close a weekly candle outside. If we close a weekly candle outside of this line, I just don't see how we don't continue to go further down. And the high volume node that I see there is $76,000. You will respect the VRVP with these large areas of liquidity. And it would be crazy because then we would probably break the biggest liquidation in history. And I guess that means A, we haven't learned our lesson. B, more and more people got more leveraged. Or C, it just this is the new type of market that we're living in where they just liquidate everybody relentlessly. Again, I don't have all my positions in leverage, and I've told people not to do that. People do whatever they want, though. I am not a financial advisor, and nothing I say and do can be taken as financial advice. This is the situation where you want to keep your capital on the sidelines and use it sparingly for when it's needed. Do not overtrade. Okay? So that we lost the trend line, everybody. You can say whatever you want. That's a bear sign. Now, look, poke a line here at that high of the high volume node, and you've lost the high volume node too. That's just what happens. I'm surprised we didn't do it here, or here. I was flabbergasted that the Bears weren't able to continue. And then every time it looked like the Bulls had us for a nice little run, we gave it up. So multiple indecision moves here. And now breaking that trend line is that's bearish. And I know everyone's like, you were bearish last week and you were bearish this week. I was, and then we got back inside the pattern. I don't know what to tell you. I am a technical analyst. I go by whatever the charts tell me. I don't tell you what I think. If I told you what I thought, I'd be like, I think we're bullish today. I think we're bearish today. I don't know what's going to happen. I know nothing but the fact of my own ignorance. What I did know is this was a beautiful falling wedge. Falling wedges break up 68% of the time. You could still say, hey, are we making a bigger falling wedge that will bounce here with a higher low? There's still a chance. But I mean, the trend line's just viciously off. I don't like to leave the 45. Every time I've left the 45 degree, I've lied to myself and we'd have bigger downside. And so I'd rather tell myself the pattern broke and be wrong. You see what I'm saying? You're never going to be guaranteed right or wrong, but the idea is to actually live and die by something. You got to live and die by something when you trade, see? That's the key. As long as you have, it's just like if you're a control scientist and you keep doing the experiment, the control is we have 3 mice that we don't give this stuff to, and then we have 3 mice that we do give this stuff to. We can't then sometimes give stuff to the other mice, right? Because there's no control there. So I don't want people to hurt mice. Say this is just it doesn't hurt, it's non-invasive, right? Or dyeing their hair or something. I'm just saying, No, I don't want to get hit by PETA over here. Please, PETA. So the point is, you know what I'm saying? You can't change the controls over and over again. You will not have good results out of the experiment. You're experimenting, you're playing, you're pouring chemicals, right? You're back testing. You're playing with all these different assets and ideas. So our bearish scenario is that we've lost this trend line. Okay? No go. Now you could kind of pull this spider line down here. Spider lines, I do entertain wicks slightly. You could say, okay, like, is there a chance resistance, we stay on the other side of this? We bump and run it. We try to bump and run it there. Anyway, that's just a stretch of the imagination there. You rarely see me do that. So the 3-day chart with a bearish engulfing, basically 2 candles taking over the last green candle. They're engulfing him. It's not one, but it's an engulfing. You're taking over. And major resistance for Bitcoin at 98,000. I can't believe we had that 98.5. We reached out. It was looking so nice. All we needed was a close on Friday afternoon, but it wasn't going to happen. This 3-day candle closes in 2 days and 9 hours. We just had a 3-day candle close last night with a tweezer top rejection of the top trend line. And it definitively said, no. We're not going to pass. Like the 3-day chart had a bearish close. That's why I watch it closely. So that's when today opened bearish. I mean, you had a bearish close in the 3-day yesterday. It suggested that today would be bearish. So when I woke up this morning and gave my update, I drew this little symmetrical triangle, which I had drawn last night. And I said, symmetrical triangles usually break to the downside. The daily also kind of had been rolling over on the stochastics RSI as well. It didn't look good to me. Right, so my call this morning was, it could do anything, right? I know nothing but the fact of my ignorance, but I said the probability is we're going to go to the downside. I said that's what it says. I said that you can hang on the idea that was in a diamond, and diamonds do break out. We kind of came into it, but I said I'd go on the idea of the symmetrical triangle. Symmetrical triangles break down 90% of the time. So if you're in my trading group, I wake up early, I study the market, and then I start kind of giving you the ideas. Look, I already told you we were going to 94,371. That was my target. That's exactly what we just did. Now, I'm not saying I knew it, but look, watching a symmetrical triangle on the 1 hour, but we got a diamond, might fend off the bears, might, right? See, I wonder if I wrote, inside the video update, right here, you will see me discuss how the diamond breaks down 90% of the time. And then we have, the symmetrical triangle, right? So the idea was very unlikely we were going to get a bump. It was false move Monday, so I'm always cautious, even more than normal. But it was very unlikely that we were going to get a move to the upside. It looked far more likely we were going to get a dump. And then even last night, I said, doesn't this look like a half a head and shoulder to you? I said, that looks like a shoulder and a head and a shoulder. Like, so I don't even need the right one, but you could say that is right there. And that's a head and shoulder pattern that wants to break to the downside. And there you have, I mean, it just, and then you lose the point of control right there. So like, to me, I don't know. The charts kind of told us we were dumping. Am I wrong here? Is anyone a student of mine and could clearly see we were dumping? After like 5 or 6 months, you start to understand. Oh, Neville Goodhart is amazing. If you listen to Neville Goodhart every single day, you'll be on another realm. I'm already moving on to a new reality where I'm building a whole new universe in my mind where I'm going to be in the next 10 years. I'm building my reality where I will be 10 years from now, just like I sat in my cubicle. And I dreamed of having 100,000 subscribers. I dreamed of being on YouTube. I dreamed of super chats. I dreamed of a life worth living. I dreamed of inspiring others and talking positive nature every single day. Speaking of the word of God that has changed my life and transformed me into a positive person that wants to help every single person that I meet. You know, may God bless each and every one of you for being here. You people are amazing. And honestly, I still see there's opportunity today. I know people don't realize it, but I see massive opportunity coming today. We're going to take a look at the S&P. We're going to take a look at the NASDAQ. We're going to take a look at every single thing in the market here today. Gold too as well. And, you know, I was thinking get back to that. We used to do that every single day on the show. I used to go over everything. And I called it the show. So, amen. Sam speaking truth. When I listen to him, I get confused if I'm listening to the lifer. Amen. I'm glad I didn't lose money, but I think bull market is really over. Yeah, you're all the market makers of your lives. You really are, you know. So symmetrical triangle to the downside, very, very likely. Half a head and shoulder. It all didn't look good to me. And we lost the key levels to the downside. Almost took out, you know, that last wick right there. But, you know, still hugging slight high, you know. But if you look at the daily time frame, the daily now has the worst daily close we've had since the daily hasn't closed the candle below this level since January 14th. See this? Really, yeah, since the beginning of January, we haven't been this low. So, hey, double top, which I've said many, many times over and over again, right? Again, if we had closed the candle above 98.5, you had to believe that we would have gone to the next level, right? But we didn't. We had it, and then the daily candle did not close above that area. You got to get the daily close. Like today, what if this wicks all the way back up and we close the daily up here? Then this isn't bearish, even though it's bearish right now. See? I mean, that's unlikely. I think that's unlikely, but I'm just being honest with you. Anything is possible, right? So here we are sitting at the level that I was very curious about at about 94,300. And you can see, because you can see wick. We bounced off that level right there. And it was interesting. You could tell there was liquidity there. So it looked like we would get somewhat of a bounce. But that looks like we're going to be liquidating further to the downside. So let's kind of start going backwards in time here and see what's happening. So again, this was the symmetrical triangle that we were looking at today. That to me looked like it was going to dump. And lo and behold, it did. And on the 4 hour, remember today, even on the 4 hour, I said that looks like a descending triangle. And those just they go straight to the downside. Right? Like this pattern is actually, for me, I think it's the pattern I should trade more than any pattern in the world. Like it plays out like that looks like it's going to dump straight down. It's called a descending triangle. The descending triangle breaks down 90% of the time. Like they say 50-50 when you first learn it, but in my learning, it always dumps. Like it dumps every time. I think I've seen 1 out of 1,000 just make a breakout. And it was Bitcoin, of course, doing something funky. But most assets are going to dump out of the descending triangle to the downside. All right? Descending triangles. Remember, it has a trending top with a flat bottom. You'll see price action just getting trap, and tight. And then boom, it usually does a straight drop just like that. I've seen it 1,000 times. Very likely. Look, you're losing a point of control on the VRVP. Understand? And boom, to the downside. This is why you don't open massive longs on Sunday night. This is why you got to pay attention on Monday morning. Watch my update in the trading group. It's going to give you a pretty good idea of what's likely going to happen every single morning. I see people skipping that update. I don't know why. I get 1,800 people, 1,900 people in the group, and we got like 500 people watching the updates. And I get it. It's time frames, different zones, but push yourselves as hard as I push myself. I don't take days off. I know it's hard. I know you have work. I know you got kids. I know you're tired. I know it's not easy, but you got to push through all that. There's got to be some way to, there's always a place for extra time. Everyone says I don't have enough time. All right. Yeah. Sam is the type of guy to wipe before he dumps. No, I don't have to wipe. I use a bidet. Yeah. I'm a step ahead of you, buddy. You don't even know how you don't even know how slick I am. Like your slick sauce that you've been writing all day lately is like you're like 1,000 years behind, man. You know what I mean? I get a $2,000 toilet that brushes my bottom. I use the first toilet before the second toilet. I pour Peregrino into the toilet before I go to the bathroom. Shout out to everybody here on the live. We're just joking around, everybody, man. Anyway, so this looks like it is going to go further to the downside. I mean, now you can see you're inside of this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And the more I was looking into this Adam and Eve, which is odd, Adam and Eve break up like 90% of the time. But you have to say, if that doesn't wick back inside the sauce here, unless it's just a really big semicircle and we get a bounce, anything is possible at any moment in time, but you got to take the probabilities that are coming at you. So right now they're attempting to bounce price action. It was like a V-shaped recovery on the 1 hour, but then it was no. And again, remember, I am bearish every time we're below the what? I'm bearish every time we're below the what? I'm bearish every time I'm below the what? I'm bearish every time I'm below the what? I'm bearish every time we're below the what? I'm bearish every time I'm below the what? Anybody out there? Anybody out there? The 200 SMA. Thank you. So did anyone wake up today and think Sam's going to go long here? Did anyone look at this chart and think, oh, the lifer's going to call a long? Anybody here? Did that look like a long to you? As anyone in my trading group, did you go long this morning? Did anyone in my trading group go long? Why did you go long? If I yell and tell you every single day that when you're below the 200 MA, you are bearish. You are bearish. So then you got to look at me, and it's a bear flag, right? I mean, look, to me, you're headed down somewhere to 92,150. And look, I mean, this suggests you go to 93. Yeah, all the way down. Yeah, 90,000. So this suggests that you could break. I mean, look at all that liquidity right there. It's the closest. So the reddest and the closest is where you're going to go. This is BOOKMAP. Link to BOOKMAP in the description. Teaches you what's happening in the market. That looks like we're going further down to about 92,600, right? Again, no guarantees, nothing is guaranteed, but that definitely looks like we're going further to the downside. So how to capitalize on that? Well, let's take a look here. Let me take a look at the perpetual, the perps. Let me take a look at me perp over here. And I love it, man. Just the account on the perp going up and just watching the market do, just waiting on the right moments. So honestly, for me, the loss of the 5-minute 200 MA is a good entry, right? And then the drop. Even did a retest with a head and shoulder pattern, and then it was gone. I mean, that was I gotta be honest, a pretty simple short. It stinks that I have some rules about not trading Mondays, and I usually do break them. But today, man, my workout was the most important thing to me. It was even more important than hitting the short for whatever reason. And again, that's not always, This market has been tough on the mind, and I've realized to get through this market, I need to work on my mind the most. And the people that are going to work on their mind, keep their discipline, keep their strategy, are the people that are going to make it out of this no matter what and find the most opportunity. We're going to find the shorts. We're going to be able to figure it out. The people that stay stressed, that aren't working out, that aren't eating right, that aren't sleeping, they're going to let this market take them down. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse for them mentally. So if you know, to get through any time like this, it's when you really start working on yourself. So look, that looks like a descending triangle there too. I mean, I don't know how else to call that. It could be, it is a sketchy Monday, but it's almost like a slanted head and shoulder pattern. But look, a major rejection there. Resistance. Now you got resistance at 94.9. 95K is now resistance, and that was a key level that we were holding nicely for a while. Like, no matter what, we couldn't lose it. And remember, we kept seeing that bear flag on all the altcoins, and I kept saying it looks like the altcoins could get slaughtered here. We might see more downside for these alts. Crazy times, man, to be alive. That is a falling wedge. Falling wedges break up. Can you just, you know, it's like attempting to possibly double bottom there. This is some crazy sauce, I'll tell you right now. I like the double bottom on the stochastics on the 1 minute. You can almost call this a bullish div because, like, I mean, that's swinging up while that's swinging down. It is a bullish divergence technically. You see that? I always delete it too. I'm trying to see something. I attempt to see it differently, but it just, all I can see is either the falling wedge or the more of the descending triangle. Really, like. I do see a bullish divvy there, though. Imagine long on the bottom right here. Imagine long on the bottom, turtle soup in that, like a boss. There's really no support or resistance on a low volume Monday. It says we could get to 95,420. The stop loss would be what, like 93,978? I'm likely not going to do this. I'm just making that very clear. At all, for any reason. Shout out to my buddy Crypto Face. Saw him streaming this morning. God bless you and your family. My mom's been coming to me in my sleep and in my dreams, in my mind lately, and it's just been, man, it's like, it's been harder than the market, honestly, thinking about the death of my mom. Like, I'd rather pay attention to the Bitcoin dumping. Like, that's easier to handle than thinking about my mom dying in front of me. I got post-traumatic stress from the death of my mom, man. I'm sorry I bring it up every day, but lately it's been tough. I try not to bring it up, and I won't, but I'm not going to cry and break down. I'll tell you that. I'm strong today. I'm mentally tough. I'm prepared. I could hear her voice and handle it, but it just, man, you know, it rips your heart out when your mom was a 5'3" sweet little blonde woman that helped everybody she knew and had a heart of gold, and you know, she died at 73 years old, even though she was taking great care of herself her whole life. I find it just so odd. I do. Anyway, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. It's over now, baby. You can't cry for spilt milk now, Sammy. Mama's gone. She's in there in spirit, and I'll see her in the next life, and I do believe in Jesus, and I believe in God, and somehow, some way, God will get me there. I have my faith that God will never lead me astray and never let me sit. I am not a lost lamb. I am a found warrior in the hands of God. So God bless everybody here on the stream. Thank you for being here. And remember, you're not here for money. I know we're all here to make money. I know I'm Sam Price. We talk about finance. This is like a fun trading show every day. Even though I'm not a financial advisor, nothing I say and do should be taken as such. But the idea is, you know, we're here to learn so much about ourselves and all and every being we can in this life. Possible V-shaped recovery. 1 hour looks horrible. Look at that dumpy dump. False move Mondays. Damn, I was about to take this bounce and I missed it just looking around. Same trade right there, right? So what are we looking for now? I want to keep this on ice for 1 second, but let me break out to Bitcoin. I'm using my mental mind right now. I want to see if I can catch something. Just even if it's small. Even if it's small. I'm using my mental mind. Of course you are, Sam. What the heck are you talking about? When you talk a lot, you fill a lot of words in there. But a bit, I'm assessing the situation in a hyper analytic way, if that makes any sense. Falling wedge dumps, it dumps straight down. It's almost like a slanted symmetrical, which I never thought about. The bullish div is interesting, but it doesn't look strong enough. Always makes me think of beef stroganoff when I say strong enough. I guess I'm hungry all the time, right? Like beef strong enough. Anyway, it could go either way here. Pretty sketchy. Now I'm like flipping back to short, you see? Just because we didn't... If the Stokes could carry you, when the Stokes get extended and they look like they're running out of steam and you don't get above a key level, that usually means you're going to float down, right? Because you're losing momentum on the side that you need momentum. Can you flip long and short in a heartbeat? Is that something you're able to do? I couldn't for years. I mean, it took a long time. I'd be too stuck in my ways. I like this double bottom breakout, though. I like to bullishly long the bottoms, right? Personally, that's like habitually makes me feel better. So I know what I like to do, but I can't do what I want to do. I got to do what the market is telling me to do. The market's telling me not to trade at all. All right. But that is pretty bearish now. You can see as we lose that level. I got a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio there. They're giving me something different. Now that looks like the rollover is about to occur. Stop loss at 94,327. Could the take profit be at 93,213? Very sketchy Mondays. I think I'm doing something wrong, right? Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. The take profit. I always do this because I don't short enough, right? No, stop loss. Yeah, exactly. Come on, Sam. Yeah. You got to flip them. I long like probably 80% of the time. I short 20% of the time. Would it be surprised if they ripped it back up? It does look more like a dump. It's tough to call at this present moment. And you have to be really close to price action for the stop. You don't have a lot of price. It's very high risk on a Monday. Very high risk. Asking to get my money taken, honestly, if I take any trade. They'd rip it, they dip it. I like the bullish div, it's strong. But, I wanted to see that continue and it didn't make the bacon there, so. I'll make it a small trade just for like trade purposes, 69, 72. I just like, why give $72 away for no reason? Sketchy trades. So let me go back. Like, what do I? Yeah, I mean, I need to see that 5 break above the 1 minute, which looks bearish. The 1, you are pretty far from the 2 to May though, right? If you flip this upside down, I mean, that's usually when interesting though, that might make a big pump. All right, look at that. We trade that to the upside a lot of times, but it can be the end of the rally, like it's a bearish div. See? Huh. Upside down, it looks like it will pump, which means it'll dump. You live a little, right? Let me make sure I'm doing it right. 62 for 187, right? You can't, like, all you can do is just add a little bit to the trade. It's more about testing yourself, back testing. It's a Monday, so I wouldn't go too hard. So I'd caught a short there. We'll see what happens. Small little scalp short, nothing to write home about. But it just tells me that that's the likely scenario. So I'm going to take what the market's given me. It definitely just plowed down pretty fast. $14 in about a minute. $25 in a minute. Remember, trading, catching the move is about, you want to move that stop loss pretty fast, especially on a Monday. They'll reverse the price pretty quickly. So look, you revert. Now look, I'm at break even already. I can't lose this trade. All right. The key is just constantly cover, and then be happy with the wins. That's how I play it. Cover, be happy with the wins. Cover, be happy with the wins. Every time I get a closed candle, if this candle repeats down, I would put the stop at that wick and let it ride again, right? Wait for the candle to close, usually for the wick, or at least to get halfway down past the previous candle. If the previous candle had a previous wick. So like there, and again, this is trading for, if I was trading with big money, I could be up 100 grand right now on $1 million, right? My heart would be racing. It would be out of control. So now we move right there, right? Now the stop loss is completely in profit. And you can't beat this, right? Again, I don't like trading Mondays, but if I see a move, I got to take advantage of it. If the probability's there, there it is. I believe in you. You could do this. And again, I could use bigger amounts, smaller amounts. It's not really about that. Oop. That's a battle there on its own wick. They'll probably snap me. Oh, wow. I got covered by that wick, see? Oh, they snapped me, though. Look at that. Crazy. Nice little move, though. You could do that 10 times a day and make $200. I was only in the trade for a minute. Wasn't like I had to risk a lot of my time, Definitely looks like I could have stayed right there, too, and they're going to dump E. But it's Monday, man. Be super happy with every... See, I just learned a lot right now. Did you? The key is, did we learn something from that? If we can learn something from every action we take, then we can move on and we can progress. Now, if we took no action, we wouldn't have learned a thing. All right? Every single time you trade, you learn something. All right? Again, everyone says this ain't a bull market, but we're still in a higher range. I haven't seen the pi cycle cross. Like, there's some big indications that show that we haven't hit bear market status on the macro level. So there you have it. Anyway, let's continue our top-down analysis for BTC. Gold looking interesting. So we broke this down earlier today. The bullish divergence is strong. You got a really long line there of uptrend on the RSI, but a downtrend on price action. It's a very strong bullish div. So I don't need that there. That's a very, very strong bullish divergence. Again, in very bearish times, you will get a strong bullish div, and you'll get no respect. You won't be able to get back above. This is what I've learned about bullish divergence. Unless it's on a very big time frame like the weekly or the daily, it's strong 90% of the time. About 10% of the time, which is, when you're in a very bearish positioning, the divergence will kick in, but you won't be able to get back above. So right now, look, bounce, resistance. That's an SR flip right there. We had a bounce, and then we came to that key area and got resistance by it. 94,430. So now you say the divergence is great. I see it. I expect it to kick in and give us somewhat of a bounce. Divergences will always give you a bounce. But can it get us back above this level? Now, if we come up and we do all this rejection, we'll come down. We must get back above 94,500 to remain bullish now. That's going to be your key zone. And so I focus on the local resistance area that I can find, and I test the divergence. If the divergence can get through it, so be it. Look, we even have divergence on the indicator telling us there's some type of a bounce possibly coming. Funny, right when I got out of the short, it did bounce back up to 94,000 for BTC. And again, I'm not trying to impress you or be a big shot here. I don't have to. I could disappear tomorrow, right? Who knows? I'm just saying, And I don't mean me actually, but you know, I shouldn't say that, but my whole point is I can only give what I can give you right now in the present moment in time. What happens in the future, what happens in the past, none of us know. All I know is what's happening right here, right now, and what I can teach you at the present moment. So stay in the present moment. That's how you can mentally stay sharp. Stay in the present moment in time. Every time you leave the present moment, you will get, your mind will just race. You'll think about too many things. You'll think about the future things that worry you. You'll think about the past things that you've messed up, and you won't focus on what's in front of you. My whole life, I spent days replaying my past, and I was unable to focus on the future. I mean, on the present. So I had no future. You build the future in the present moment in time by staying present. So you need to live in the moment, every moment. And see, most traders are in fear, afraid, looking at 1,000 charts, don't have ideas, don't know what they're doing. Have a plan, stick to it. Right now, everyone should be fine. Why? Well, you should have only 3 things in your mind. You should have a long-term thesis that you're sticking to. Mine is accumulating as much BTC as I can before everybody else. I want to get to a certain number. All right, I have a number in my mind of how many BTCs I would like to snatch. Like, this is a nice low price for Bitcoin. Like, today's a good day to buy more Bitcoin. Today I get to achieve my dream. Like, if I'm building a house today, I'm going to add a few more bricks to my house. While everyone's not paying attention, I'm going to add a little more BTC to my stash. And, I'm going to stick to my plans, to my goals, and to my dreams, regardless of what the market's doing or what everyone else is saying. That's the key. So you should have a long-term plan. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but I'm just, in my mind, a person should have a long-term plan. Then you should have maybe a swing trade or 2 you're in, and there should be a stop on those. If the market doesn't go well, you get stopped out, so be it. And then on top of that, you could be in some leverage trades that they have stops on. And so the only thing that could happen is, and then you DCA into projects that you believe in, but that they, you could have some unrealized or realized gains and you can't get emotional about them. So, like, I don't know why the whole market's emotional. It doesn't make sense to me logically. Because if you're in one of those 3 things, you're in control. Am I wrong here? Is there something I'm missing? I don't know. I guess everyone put all their money into risky assets and now they got beat. They never decided, well, maybe I should put some Bitcoin away for a rainy day. They decided it was meme coins or nothing. I'm too broke. I'm going to have to make, and that mentality is just insane. Because you know why? What that means is everyone thinks that they have to get rich in 10 months to a year. Give yourself 5 years to 6 years. Tell yourself it's going to take time. The second I told myself it was going to take 5 to 10 years to become a millionaire, I was able to breathe. And I realized I was on a long journey, that as long as I stuck with it, I was going to get there. I eventually did get there, and once you hit it, you're like, wow. Because there's days when you don't think you will, but you got to stick with it. Momentum. Have a vision. My vision is 100,000 subscribers. That is my vision. I don't care if they dust this market to zero. I will show up every day and find a way to win. I'm going to find some coin that's going to reverse, something that's going to pop. I'm going to swing trade 50K and make 20K in a couple days. I'm going to find a way out of this. I don't give a dang. All right? I'll short it if I have to. We'll do whatever has to happen. This looks pretty nasty here. Like, we may get an opportunity. I'm looking for some opportunity. They're playing games with this market. Looks like it barely retested the bottom of the descending triangle here. Again, remember what I told you about that divergence? It kicked in, but it didn't seem like it had the power to break us back above any resistance. Just sketchy business, to be honest. If anything, it could be the bearish retest of a descending triangle, send you back to 93,126. They haven't made it easy. Again, shorting when you lose the 200 MA in the 1 minute. Beautiful. Look at this sketchy pattern. To me, bearish retest drop you down to 93,100. Looks like the most likely scenario here. Well, I'd rather let Monday play out, but man, then I also want to get paid. They got me today on Monday right now. It's pretty weird. I got locked back in the movies. So strange, man. If they did prove it, Keith, if they took $31 from you, I will personally either send it to you or Weeks will, man. Just show us how $31 was really. Come on, man. A multi-million-dollar exchange. Why would they snatch $31, man? Let's get real. It just doesn't make any sense. They know that would infuriate me because you sign up with my link and then I wouldn't want to do business. You know what I mean? Like, think about it, man. They don't want to piss off the lifer. So just, you know, we'll make it 100% right, man. We're gonna make it 100% right. All right. Sam, the 5-minute loser, the 221, I wanted a short, but thought it was better to stay away on Monday. 100%. It's okay, man. You stuck to your plan. It's okay if you missed a goal. Everyone, it's okay if you miss a trade. You don't have to trade every day. There's something about the market that sucks you in every day and makes you feel like if you didn't make that trade today, you're always going to take a deep breath, realize you don't have to trade every single day. It's going to be okay. You're going to make it. I like this inverted head and shoulder now. They got me swipping and swapping, man. Flopping and groping over here. I mean, that's a Sammy cup and handy now, though. Sammy cup and handy to the upside. You see the cup and the handle? That's the money printer right there. It is turtle soup. Anyone turtle soup that with Master Friend? I mean, that ain't bad right there. It's pretty dang close. If you go right to that candle body, I believe Friend likes to use the candle body of the move. But I mean, you got a 786 right there, bounce. You can call it a day on that one move right there. That's it. You just money printed. Anybody money print that right there? Off the 786. Congratulations with the cup and handle on the 1 minute time frame. It's basically that's our bread and butter that we teach. If it wasn't Monday, I'd be all over it. Monday sketches me out. It sketches me out. It makes me to be very weary. But look, the measured move takes you to 94,300 and they'll wreck some shorts along the way for whatever reason. You know, I don't think they need to, but they will. All right. Wow, look at that thing continuing to plow off the 786. And there it is. I mean, that's how the cup and handle works. I did see the shoulder, head and shoulder at the last second. I did not get a chance to execute. And again, on Monday, like if I see three things, like I'm out, like in and out, like low stochastic, high stochastic, take my game, right? If Monday was a person, what would it look like? I don't know, man. I don't have time to even think about that. I see a diamond. Crypto Bees, man. If someone blows you off, just email, dude, hit up Jamie and give us your user ID. And we'll say, hey, why did you blow off a user that I've given you as a referral? I will come down on them with hellfire, man. Don't act like we don't have, like, you know what I mean? You guys act like you're not connected to me. Realize that you are connected. Yeah. They won't take anything from you. Like, exactly, 100%. Like, we have two people telling you that's just nonsense, all right? I'm Sam Price, man. I'm not an average YouTuber. I put my name behind everything I do. I don't play games. And so if you have any issues at all, I will stand up for you and make sure that nothing happens to you. Come on now. I'm not some fly-by-night dude. Don't act like that. This is some other channel like that. We don't do that here. I show up every single day, all right? Look at that beautiful, look at it, and it just hit the target of the cup and handle, exactly like it was supposed to. Bang, that was your target, 94,300. I only wish I had the guts to snatch it, or just been, I actually wanted to take it, I just missed the moment there. You know what I mean? It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, you're connected to the one and only, man. Exactly, man. I'll show up to the meeting like, what happened here? What's going down? And they'll be like, no. And that's why I respect them. I'm not even, I believe anyone I work with is awesome. Yeah. Okay, so now we got the breakout of this falling wedge. Look, I mean, that's beautiful. You broke this resistance. You got out. So that's the beginning of if there's a chance here. So now look, you're away for the 21-day moving average. That's why you sell, because when you pump away for the 21, and now you're going to flag out, right? Sammy system. Now we flag out and we watch if the flag can handle it. If the flag flags out, then we could continue this move. If the flag breaks down and we just crumble and lose the bottom trend line, then we got nothing. We got nothing over here. Well, you know, you're the king of nothing. I love that. So can you, and then you want to see, are we going to get all the way back to the 200 MA here on the 1 minute time frame? So if you're bullish, price action is going to consolidate, rip up a little more and consolidate. You don't know exactly, but consolidated pump. Then it usually hits a rejection of the 200, comes back to the 21, makes another flag. If it's strong, it pumps through the 21, loses the 200, loses the 21, and then it will have to come back here, make a flag, come back to the 21. This is the trade I'm really liking to play. That would take maybe till later on tonight, but that's the trade that I want. I want the flag above the 200 on the 1 minute with the 21 trailing into it. That's what I'm looking for, but this is how we would break back out today and annihilate these shorts back to the upside. Now, you know dang well right here, look, bounce. Look at this. You got bounce here. Bounce. If you get back above 94.5, boom, you can gap back up to 94.8. But if you can't get back above 94.5, that's going to be a resistance point. So that is the sauce I'm giving you right now. Like I've watched reversals literally for thousands days straight. So I've seen it over my subconscious mind. It doesn't mean that's what's going to happen, but if it does happen, that's how it will happen. Okay? This does want to come back and touch that 21-day moving average. We still don't know how it's going to do it. We just know it's going to. I don't know why, but that's a prerequisite for trading. You're really hoping that it does something like this. Watch your false move Mondays, in and out. Fast. Look, that was the exact measured move, wick to wick of that cup and handle. That's how you do it. You take this wick to that wick, and this is why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy. You look, and that's how they reverse price. That's how you kind of start the carnage. They get the cup and handle, they rip it to the upside. Now, it doesn't mean we can't continue to dump here. I'm very wary of this price action. So now what you want to do is you want to see the big picture again and see if there's something you're not paying attention to. This, to me, looks pretty sketchy. And to me, it's a bit of a symmetrical triangle, right? It could go either way. How fast can you move your mind? How fast can you play chess with these chess players? The market maker is moving at the speed of light. Everyone is buying and selling. Price action is reacting to emotions. Nobody knows what's going to happen immediately. But you can sense it with your subconscious mind. If you've watched enough price action, you may just get a slight edge on market. Again, I know if this breaks down, we're headed to 93,350. I know if it breaks up, we're headed somewhere to about 94,900, and we're going to tap that 200 MA. Probably a great place to take some profits on a scalp trade if it plays out as such. Still got cup and handle slight vibes. We now have previous resistance as support. Resistance. Could we, we wick near it. So now you're like, if you close below 94.70, you're likely going to dump. But if you can stay above that key level, then you're holding this resistance as support. The chance this thing can continue to pump here. And this kind of entices me a little bit back into a long, but definitely says I should think about getting out somewhere around 94,900 if I do even want to entice or entertain that. I get the 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. The long would go from up to 94,976. I do this all day. I don't take every trade. I eventually take the one that makes the most sense. Look, that one move changes it from 3-to-1 to 2.5. If you don't move the stop loss slightly, 94.41. You got to be pretty fast on these. That one's attempting a breakout, honestly. I'm losing the sauce there. Dang. Back it up. I lost my risk reward ratio. I'm going to chase it a little bit. I shouldn't, though. But we're likely to pump to that 200 MA when I get tight moving averages. And again, I'm going to cover that stop loss as soon as I can. I did miss my entry. It should have been a little more perfected. I was late on it. I should have got in right there. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. It's over now. Don't do that sauce, baby. Let's keep it moving. All right, come on. I can feel a short squeeze coming. Come on, baby. Run that. And again, it's about not losing. We could run that thing to break even pretty fast. Likely you'll get hit off, and yeah, there'll be some fees there. But as long as you're not trading high leverage, like I trade 27x, we're all right. And look, here's another scalp here, and we might take this one now. Look at that. Now I move the stop loss to that candle body, and look how we just perfected that nice little entry with a little smooth. I was late on it too. I was very late on it. And look, here's another one. We just got to do this 5 to 10 times a day to make $250 to $500. We don't have to be in the trades too long. And it's a sketchy Monday. Very sketchy Monday. All right. I just want to take, if I could take $100 out of this trade, I'd be so happy. I'd be so blessed. Look at that nice movement on that candle body to the upside. And then we start crushing those shorts. You can take a look at Bookmap if you can. I don't want to take my eyes off the screen though. We're moving. And every little bit counts to me. Every little bit counts. I'm fighting for every little bit they can give me. Come on, man. Come on. Come on. Come on. Send it. Send it. Now, a lot of people are jumping out into this green candle. It's creating a frenzy. They're getting a lot of shorts. The shorts are about to get squeezed again. And that candle body just closed up and they got me on the move. I got 2 candle burst out. And there you have it. Now, look, we're too far for the 21-day moving average. You're likely going to come back down to the 21-day. That was a short squeeze on a Monday. You got to be quick. You got to be fast. All right. I do like to see us go all the way to the 200 MA, though. I've seen that. But now I'm a little caught. My strategy says if you do get the pump, you're extended. You're supposed to now make a flag and come back to the 21-day moving average. 90% of the time, you will not continue now. You will come back to the 21 somehow, some way. I don't know exactly how. You may flush up. Like 10 or 20%, you'll flush all the way up to this 200 MA. You will just boom. But it's more likely you'll come back to the 21 now. You're caught in between. The bots are going to fight through this. The bots want to flush to the 200. The other bots want to break you to the 21. There's going to be a battle there. And it's okay if you got stopped on that wick and it keeps repping. Don't beat yourself up. Get yourself ready for your next trade. Keep your mind focused. Keep your mind limber. All right? That's why you work out every single day. I push working out every day to my trading group. You got to work out. You've got to work out. Repeat after me. I must work out. I know I wake up and I'm unmotivated. You think I wanted to do the workout I did this morning? I mean, the back of my mind, I got ready for it last night. I told myself, man, that workout's going to be hard. I gear up for that workout like Sunday afternoon. I start being like, you know, Monday's going to be tough, huh? I'm like, I know, Sam. I said, Monday's going to kick your butt. Are you ready? I said, I'm ready. If you don't have a regiment, a ritual, I listened to Jim Rohn. He talked about a ritual today. He talked about rituals. And, the most successful people in the world have a ritual, a morning routine, a morning plan that they go after every single day. By the time halfway through their day, they've already accomplished a lot. They're pushing themselves to the limit. Yeah. This guy, this guy, you're the worst. Sam, do you think Bitcoin will bounce off the 21 SMA around 92K? I don't think. I just look at the charts. I don't dance. I just pull up my pants and do the rock away. You know what I mean? That's what it made me think about. I don't dance. I just pull up my pants and do the rock away. Do the rock away. I was in Queens when that came out, so you can only imagine my exuberance for that track. Fat Joe, baby. I'm a huge Big Pun fan. Grew up with Big Pun, man. He was like, I love Big Pun. What'd he say? Dead in the middle of little did we know that we were middle to middlemen who didn't do diddly. Man, he was sick. Wow, we were middled by middlemen who didn't do diddly. Oh man, come on. Deep in the heart of middle, dead in the middle of little did we know that we were riddled to middlemen who didn't do diddly. Man, he's sick. Sorry, let's get back to brass tacks here. But man, I love rap music. Rap music has a cadence to it and a formation and a pattern. And it's very similar to forming patterns in Fibonacci, patterns in trading. There's a mathematical pattern to everything in life. It's all connected. I've seen that. I've lived it. I believe it. So look, we're kind of bullish here now. They flattened some shorts and we're consolidating into a bit of a long trade here. And so look, here's the next trade that could be possible. We will stutter step around the 200 MA, but if we get above it, it could pump. What you want to do is if we get the pump of the 21, see here's the 21-day moving average. We're likely not going to move until we touch it again. I can watch. I got price action locked up, man. All right. I know what it's going to do about 80 to 90% of the time based off of what the moving averages are telling me. This looks bullish, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a squeeze. I kind of want to look at the smaller time frame. Hey, see how the 1 second's forming a channel here? Sorry. This is the 1 second chart. Don't do this at home, all right? Well, watch how the 1 second's starting to get very tight inside of this, and you know you don't want to lose the 200 MA. If you can keep that thing could boom. Looks like the 1 second's about to get busy. They've been using the 1 second the last few days. I guess they've been hiding from everybody. I don't know. They don't want us to see their sauce. Look at that though. See how it bounced off the 200 MA and then boom. That thing is about to blast. That thing's going for it. Headed back to 95,000. Interesting. Interessante. Wow, look at, they just mooned that puppy to the upside, and you couldn't have seen that on the 1 minute. It was pretty hard, but the 1 second flagged it out for us and showed us where we were about to go. The tight moving averages on the 200 MA. I'm learning a lot with each and every one of you today. I am so inspired by this knowledge. I hope you are too. I love being around people that want knowledge, that aren't afraid, that don't live in fear, and that know there's opportunity around every single day here. Again, we're not done. It's 11:11. Make a wish, baby. But we're gonna, around 11:15, we're gonna switch into altcoins. Sometimes I do trade Bitcoin the entire time though. Dang, man, I almost snatched that 1 second flag there to the upside. Nice little pump for Bitcoin back to 94,800. And it looks like we called the reversal. I mean, we were able to catch something there and see that bullish bounce. There was a money printer, beautiful money printer. Shout out to my master friends out there, my master friends. But shout out to anyone that gets focused on those money printers. And look at this 1 second chart getting busy just like it was supposed to. Look how beautiful that thing is. And again, don't trade the 1 second if you don't know what you're doing. But man, it plays out just like the other charts. Tight moving averages inside of the pennant. That's why when people say patterns don't work and all this nonsense, I just look at them like, you have no idea what you're talking about. Patterns run the game. Patterns are how everything happens. Everything is a pattern. I said, you're a pattern. Your eyes are a pattern. Your mind's a pattern. You live inside of a mathematical, geometric universe. If you don't realize patterns don't work, then you don't even know what universe we live in. Like, this is all metadata. Look at this. That's a rising wedge. Rising wedges break up 68% of the time. 32%. They toyed with it. But that thing's about to moon, it looks like. Oh, we're about to head to the target that fast. Back to 95K. And boom, boom, boom for Bitcoin. Look at that. Beautiful reversal. And it did do that pump back to the without getting back to the 21, which is very rare. I like it though. And wow, if you held on to that money printer, oh my goodness. Had I kept my stop at break even, man, instead of moved it up so fast, but it's okay. I'm still proud of the move, and maybe you got more out of the move than I did. I mean, but this is excellent sauce. We're showing you how not to be afraid. Everyone else is freaking out, full of fear. We're just taking what the market gives us over and over again. No worries. Eventually, you're going to come to terms with this 21. Trust me. Whether you sold here, or here, I stress not. It's about, did you make gains without losing money? If you can make gains without losing money consistently, then you can go home at the end of the week with more money than you had, and you can be better than 95% of traders who go home with no money. So remember that. Repeat after, you're not comparing yourself to anybody else, but do know that most traders are not going to be responsible and pay themselves. Most people are going to leave this market penniless. So if you want to be in the top 10, 5% of people that actually make gains, you're going to have to be super disciplined, and you're going to have a system, and you're going to have to stick to it consistently. You're going to have momentum that you go with every single day into your next day. Like, you can't be awesome for 5 weeks and then just go out and get drunk for a month straight and then come back and decide to trade again. Trading is an all or nothing profession. It's very similar to being in the NFL or the NBA. You don't get to take a lot of days off. Like, you're going to be traveling with the team. You're going to be sitting with the coach. You're going to be putting in work. If you don't want to do that, trading is going to be even more difficult than it is already. The harder you go in, the more simplified it will become for you. Understand? See how we're coming back to the 21? I'm telling you, this was going to happen. What you're looking for now is a bullish flag, see? We don't know exactly which one it will take, but we can trade it. We can definitely trade it. Shout out to all my family and friends that are coming to the stream recently. I've had family and friends reach out to me and say, I'm watching your stream a lot, man. I really appreciate it. The world's in a downtrend, man. I see a lot of people in between work. Some of my friends have started businesses that didn't pan out, or they went to a new place and tried something new and it didn't go exactly as planned. And I'm telling them, hey, man, the same things happened to me, and I stuck to trading, and I stuck to my game, and somehow, some way, I was able to find a way out. So, Big Pun was the boss, bro. It's crazy. I grew up in the South Bronx. This man was not. Oh, no, he was not, man. He was on another level, bro. His mind was on another level. Like, he taught me how to. I listened to him day in and day out. I started playing with words. Like, look, this has Adam and Eve vibes. I've never really thought about it. It's a bit of a stretch, but it has, it's kind of that sideways Adam and Eve. You can look at it slanted. See, I'm starting to slant patterns, and they kind of play out. So I'm seeing some bullishness here for Bitcoin. Just my model playing out. The 21 coming back to price action inside of a flag. Stochastics looking like they may give us a bit of a bounce here. Still watching PAXG for gold, right? Here's an opportunity here, and this is on tradable on MEXC and other exchanges too as well. All right. Remember, we're not out of the fence yet. There's a chance we get a pretty nasty dump here. Don't think that it's all well and good right now. Be very careful. It's False Move Monday. Anything could happen at any moment in time. Never, lose your guard here with trading. They can catch us in a hot second right behind us in 2 seconds. So just be careful, please. Don't get like overly bullish. Oh, look, I see another cool thing that my mind just saw. A shoulder ahead, a possible shoulder that could get us out of this. That's beautiful. They keep threatening the most scariest bearishness and then flipping us back to 98,000. Like, that looked like it was going to be it for us, and we were headed down to 91K. And we still maybe, But there we are now, back to the 21. See, I was waiting for that. When we were here and we extended, I knew to be careful about. And it's funny, I probably took profits here, and then people would laugh at me, remember, on that second candle, but people would laugh at me when you did, oh, look, he's the, and then they got in here and got rocked. You know what I mean? Now they're chasing and losing, and they're like, damn, I guess he wasn't that dumb. I guess the guy actually was pretty cautious. Maybe I should learn to be a little more cautious instead of making fun of him. I'm not saying anyone did. Maybe nobody did. It was all in my head, right? But it would be funny if someone did. I was the class clown, so I think someone's always making fun of me because I was always saying something stupid. You know what I mean? Oh, man, you gotta love your life. If you don't love your life, then what is it worth living? If you're not happy almost every single day, or at least content, you don't have to be Ned Flanders, but if you're moving towards a worthy goal every single day, then you gotta pat yourself on the back and be proud. I'm on my way to 100K, baby. We're gonna get there. I know it. I know we're going to get there. Please help the lifer hit 100,000 subscribers. I would greatly appreciate it. We are on our way to 92,000. I mean, you can smell it. We can taste it. And as I said before, one thing I like to show people really quick, just a second, and I'm going to get right back to the charts. This won't be a lot of your time. I don't waste your time. But look at this. I mean, I started in 2019, September. Look at this. I had 200 subscribers for over a year. For over a year, I had 200 subscribers. It took me like a year to get 100 subscribers. 150. After about 2 years, I just started cooking. It took a long time. That was me going for 2 years. All right. And then things started to take off. And we've been through some bumps in the road, but we continue to grind. Please subscribe to the channel and help me achieve 100,000 subscribers. That plaque's going to be sitting so pretty. I'm going to hold it. I'm going to show it to you guys. And it's been my fight, man. I've been dreaming for 100,000 subscribers every single day now. It's my vision. It's my heart. It's my soul. Once I get there, I'm going to be like, and then I'm going to be like, okay, let's go to a 250,000 now. And I'm going to have 2 days of success, of celebrating. I'm going to really reward myself, go out to dinner with my family. We're going to do something great. And then it's going to be back to the grind, a day or two of being like, wow, this is awesome. And then back to the grind. But God bless everybody, man. Thank you so much for joining, being a part of my journey. That 100K is for my mom and dad. That 100K is for my mom and dad, man. It's for everything they helped me get through in my life to get me where I'm at. God bless Jimmy and Irene Price, my mom and dad. I will raise that plaque so high for my mom and dad. It'll mean the world to me. You guys have watched my story. The reason why this channel continues to grind different than other crypto channels, because this is a real story. This is like a movie, man. You're watching a guy every single day grind. I'm watching you every single day grind. We go through ups, we go through downs, we get kicked in the face, we get kicked in the teeth, we lose. It doesn't matter. We keep coming back. These are the strongest group of people I've ever met, each and every one of you, because we're attracting greatness, man. And I don't care who hates. I don't care who calls me a cult, life, or whatever they want. They just want what we have. They just wish they had the energy we had. They want that vibrance. They want that. They just, They hate us because they ain't us, baby. And you know it, and I know it. And again, who gives a dang, man? I just want to have everybody feel happy and amazing. I want everyone to feel happy and amazed, man. That's my goal in life. If I can get you going, if I can get you motivated, if you feel like you can do something with your life after you hang out with me, then I did my job. Let's see if we can win a trade right now. Let's see if we can get busy. Can we break out this flag, another cup and handle to the upside here for Bitcoin? You know, now I wait to get above the 200 MA. That's my next signal usually. Can't believe I traded before we were below the 200. That was the old me. I used to do that all the time. I stopped doing that. I wait for the 1 minute to cross the 200 now for my next big long. So this looks like a beautiful inverted head and shoulder that could reverse price action. And it's a low, slight high, higher low. There's a bit of a small uptrend here too as well. And I'm just going to build, see how I build the position with the long tool in my mind. Like, you know, I got to see it in my mind. See it on paper, see it in your mind before you actually do it. And God bless everybody. Thank you for jumping on in. I don't know what's happening, but you people are piling in right now on some craziness. We're about to go to 92,000. I don't know what's going on there, but that's a bit odd. But thank you so much, everybody, for subscribing to the channel. Wow, that thing is flying. I've never seen you guys respond like that. That's insane. Didn't we just, is that 800 people? Like, what just happened? Like, we're about to go to 92,000. Like, this is absurd. I don't know what's going on. I'm actually a little nervous because I've never seen it like that. Unless, did I have the number wrong? Well, God bless you, everyone. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. On our way to 100,000 subs and more. Man, that was exhilarating. God bless you. So look, here's the next move here. Can we get all the way to 95,682? So we switch back to a long. 95,682 would be the target. I'm late on my entry again. 94,276. And we don't want to give back too much. I'd risk what I already made today. It is a false move Monday, though, but look at that nice breakout out the cup and handle. Looks like it could be the right shoulder, too, as well. Bang. Word to mouth is strong, bro. God bless you. Yo, Master Friend, my inner voice. Thank you. God blessings, bro. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what just happened, but you guys just got me 800 subscribers in a minute. Like, I don't know. That's a bit crazy. It just went from 140 to 980. Like, 700 you weren't subscribed, and just the second I asked for a subscription, you guys jumped on in. I don't know. Pretty crazy. You're just getting the biggest pep talk ever, dude. Nope, doesn't say 91 below this. Yeah, my YouTube awesome guy. Subscriber is the man. Learn so much watching and learning. Yeah, it is. I don't know what just happened there. Anyway, so this looks bullish to me. Out the cup and handle to the upside. Do I G? Don't G it. Looks like they got the shorts right where they want them, but we'll see. Can we keep the streak alive and go 3 for 3 here with the pop? See, I'd be very selective of the entries, waiting for the 21 to touch price action and all the awesome stuff that we watch. Pump up to the 200. The key is not to lose any trade of the day. Just constantly cover. Look, right there, I can go to break even just barely. Now I can't lose that trade again. I'm very cautious to lose. Come on, baby. Close that candle green and I can slide up in there again. Look at that thing, dude. And now we know that gap. Now when you're on the 21, you can gap to the 200. Like, you should get all the way to that 200 MA now. We should be able to take this trade all the way up to the 200 MA without a problem. Just all the way up. Once this candle closes, we'll move the stop to this wick here. You see? This would be our third trade in a row, man. And we're just banging on them now. And look, you can see how you can make $1,000 a day doing this. And you can be very humble. Just 400, 50 bucks, 40 bucks. Look, just get to my 2,200 MA and I'm good to go, baby. I'm not asking for too much. I'm playing humble ball here. All right? This is how you got to do it. This is how you got to do it, baby. Every single day, no days off here. I work on the weekends. We do everything we can to keep you guys going. I show you how to move that stop to break even and into profit as soon as humanly possible. Stop getting greedy. Everyone waits for the big one. I just keep taking what the market gives me. They're probably going to hit me off right there. Very likely I'm going to hit off. If I don't get hit off, I'll be so surprised. Come on, boom green. Boom green. As I believe it's going higher. I'm going to cover no matter what. Oof, I got saved by the bell there, huh? Zach Morris style. Slater, AC Slater. Sam, remember Screech? His name was Samuel. I was like, he has the same name as me, Screech. Who here watched Saved by the Bell? How old am I? Jesus. Jeez Louise. Sorry, I don't mean to use the Lord's name in vain. Horrible habit. Don't do that. May the Lord bless you all, though. And Jesus is the way, man. And the life, man. May God bless you all. Thank you to everybody in here. That's a beautiful inverted head and shoulder. I mean, that says it's going to get busy. That basically says now we can enter here with a stop below the right shoulder, and we can go to the measured move. All right. The measured move is the length of here, and it comes from the neckline. This would add more adage to the possible move here. That's an inverted head and shoulder. They are cup and handles. I've shown this before. They are ascending triangles. Dang, today's been one of my greatest streams ever, man. You people are unbelievable. You're going to get me to 92,000 subscribers in front of the stream. I don't know what's happening, but this is insanity. God bless you all. Thank you for jumping on in. I've never seen this. This is insane. It happened right after I mentioned it. I don't know what's going on, but if that happens every day, we're going to 100,000 subscribers tomorrow. Like, I'm going to cry right now. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm going to keep doing what I do and focus on the charts, though, because that's what got me here. Not looking at the subscribers, not looking at the likes, not looking at the social clout. Just focusing on what got me here, focusing on the charts, focusing on what matters, focusing on teaching other people, man. Staying true to myself no matter what happened. All the drama in this game, all these people pushing garbage, meme coins, insider trading accounts, getting thousands of followers on Twitter, acting like they're the most popular people in the game. I'm sitting there helping everyone else. I'm like, why are these guys blowing up? And they're taking everyone for a ride. Then I see the whole thing blow up, and I try to tell everybody, man, this is nonsense. Nobody listens to me, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. We're hitting 92,000 subscribers right here, right now. 3 more and we're there. Bang, bang, bang. God bless Rave Song Records. So now we're going to see that we're inside this beautiful inverted head and shoulder. We put it together. Nobody is telling us the sauce. We're not watching other YouTubers. We're taking this right from the charts, man. We get above the 200 MA, and that's my signal on the 1 minute. Then we're going to really then we're going to really rock and roll, baby. Then it's going to be ready to, like, it's going to be time. So again, this looks interesting to me. I wouldn't be surprised we get back to 96,000 here. And that was a strong bullish div that we had mapped out as well. Again, this could still dump us to the downside. Ascending triangles are 50-50. They're not guaranteed to bump. I don't want to burst everyone's bubble. We dump down here and it doesn't look as good. Wow, everyone, we got to 92,000 subs. I think someone bought me though, man. I'm like freaking out right now. It's really, it's just too good to be true, you know? And whoever did that, man, you're whack. Don't do that to me. I wish you would stop, actually, right? Shout out to Crypto BR Manila. Yeah, please, dear Lord, if someone is botting me, please protect me and make sure that it just stops, dear Lord, please. If it's organic, thank you so much, dear Lord. I don't, you know, if you could protect me from anything, I greatly appreciate it. Amen. Thank you. Okay. Let's go, Sammy. I mean, now we're at 92,000 subscribers. I don't even know what to say. So, thank you. Thank you. So, look, we're getting tighter inside of this flag here. It could go either way. I'm sniffing along, though. I am sniffing along. 96,152. And again, if you use too much in the trades that I showed you, one goes wrong, you can lose your whole account. So it's better to just keep chewing away. All right? No, just believe that it's possible. Amen. Thank you. Wow, I can't believe you exist. Thanks, man. Thank you. I can't believe you exist. Like, people that are that nice to me. You know, I told everyone, go after your dreams, because when you do, you're never going to realize how many people love you and come out to support you. You're just not going to believe it. You're just not going to believe it. You know? All right, so we have 127 for 445 here. That would be and that would be basically what I made today. And then wouldn't that be great? We hit that, and now we start, you know, start upping the ante on the day. Turn it into $1,000 a day, $2,000-$3,000 a day. I like this trade because I like trading these patterns. So I'm going to take this trade. I like the risk on it. If I get hit off, I'm break even for the day. I can still come back for more. And it is a very high risk trade, everybody. There's a good chance they just stop me out and rip it back to the upside. It is a Monday. I'm ready to get disappointed. I'm ready. It's okay. And at this point, I can walk away and we can start jumping on in to the super chats. All right. I'm a big believer. You've been watching since 2012, but joined a few months back. Let's go. I'm in it for the long haul. For the beginners, do you suggest one-for-one trades or low leverage? How does the liquidation on leverage work? Jumping into the trading group. We're here. Ask those questions in the trading group. We're here for you, man. Yeah. Is that a $500? Let's go. 100,000 subscribers. Let's go, baby, man. Thank you so much, man. I don't know what currency that is, but it looks like a lot of money. Thank you so much for the love. That's very, very nice of you. You didn't have to do that, but you did. I think it's about 30 bucks. I think 40 bucks maybe. God bless you, man. Thank you. Bitcoin reserves rejected. Anyone confirm? Really? Why would they do that? Doesn't make any sense. All right, let's take a look at the super chats here. Live chat number 1. All right. Sam Price to 100K before Bitcoin. I hope so. Bro, you changed my life. God bless you. You changed my life, man. I'm late. Where are we going? I don't know. Sam Price to 100K. Thank you. Thank you. I have a feeling CryptoFace has something to do with this, but maybe I'm wrong. Such a nice guy, man. Thank you for the inspiration, Sammy. God bless you, Canelo. Good morning, Crypto. Noah Brown. Crypto is life. Is there a no? Yeah, there's many. We have them for you today. I don't watch any other YouTuber other than you, brother. Your ideas are real, and you're a gentleman. Keep on the good work, Sammy. God bless you, man. Hey, there's a lot of other people out there, though. I'm not the only thing since sliced bread, but there are, you know. What if it'll mean if the alts go below their previous deep bear market lows? This cycle made me a Bitcoin maxi. Yeah, it just means that maybe there's too many altcoins. They probably took that money in fees after the bro used 300x and lost the trade. They ain't robbing you, G. Trust me. Shout out to Astro Wave, man. God bless you, man. Thank you for the super chat. Master friend with the fire. Blessings to you, brother. Thank you for the good crypto and the life advice, man. Thank you. Let's go to 100K subscribers. Let's go, baby. Thank you. And shout out to Ricardo Arcia. And God bless you, man. Thank you. I mean, this trade looks like it's going to play out again. This is the fourth trade in a row now that turns green. Basically, once we buy it, $1,800, $29,000 trade, $1,000 in at 27x leverage. It's about a $29,000 trade with that extra $87 on top. A bit of an inverted head and shoulder, possibly a shoulder complex inverted that could break further to the upside. If it gets above the 200 and that smooth moving average, that will create a catalyst for a pump to the upside that will flatten the shorts. However, it's very high risk. They could easily dump it on me. Be very careful, and then I'd be back to break even on the day. So it doesn't always work out perfectly, and trading Mondays is very sketcy. I can't even believe I'm trading Mondays. Usually I would not even trade Monday at all. Shout out to the 2,687 people here on the live. 902 likes, $448 in chat revenue. You people are absolutely amazing. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. And thank you so much for your precious time. I really greatly appreciate it. Wow, we can't even get through the stream. There's so many new subscribers jumping on in. It's out of control. I don't know if I ever got this many subscribers in a day in my life. Maybe do you hit the algorithm at a certain point and it trips? You know what it is my whole life, everything's been too good to be true. So whenever something great happens, like I accept it, but I'm always like, man, you know, that seems too good to be true. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets rolled back, but it's all good. 2,900 people here on the live. The live is blowing up right now. People are seeing what's happening in the market, and we called a bit of a reversal here. If this trade plays out, man, it would be so hot. If my cup and handle, and it is basically another cup and handy in a way. The handle look is just like an ascending triangle on the right. A handle doesn't always have to be like a falling handle. It can be like cup and can be a sideways handle too. So if you watch this, we jumped into a long. I am down on this one now, 16 beans. We're risking 127 for 500 about on the trade. We're just taking a shoulder ahead and a right shoulder. We're just 70% of the time, this is going to break to the upside. We're just trading the probabilities here, nothing crazy. Like, it's really that simple. I'm trading the fact that we're in an inverted head and shoulder. I'm getting in here with my stop below the shoulder. I've seen these play out many times to the downside. I've seen them play out many times to the upside. I'm a simple guy trading a simple pattern. On a sketchy Monday, I could easily lose the trade. It doesn't look amazing, actually. Looks like it might be green now. And look, that's a cup and handle right there. Do you see it? That's why they call me Sammy Cup and Handy to the upside. Because that's a cup and handle too right there. And that cup and handle could blast to the upside as well and just get absolutely crazy. Yeah, at this point, this has to be, I think I'm being botted at 4,000 people here on the live. I think someone's doing something to me, man. Hold on, I'm going to ask my team, should we shut the stream down? Yeah. Anyway, it looks like this may come on down 46. Get the bounce. See what's going to happen here. We gotta turn that off, maybe. Let me see. I don't even know if I can. Distracted me. Okay. Getting... See, that should have bounced by now. Now that it's losing the trend line, it looks sketchy. So what I do is I get stopped out now. If it breaks back inside the pattern, I get back inside the trade. So close. I just live and die by the sword. It is what it is, right? And let's go do some altcoins and have some fun. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. And let's take a look at the altcoin that I've been looking at. There's a few with high volume right now, right? And so, you can obviously see what has high volume, PI. And when something has high volume, kind of the whole market rallies around it because the rest of the market's not doing that well. Now that kind of looks shoulder head and shouldery, and there is some bearish div here. Look. So if you chase, you got to know that it's. And I would only chase with maybe previous profits. What I'd be doing here is I project the flag and say, hey, it's probably going to dump. Say it's likely to come back down and end up somewhere down here, right? Dump down. And all right, you can pull a fib too from, I'd even say that impulse. And it looks like it may head back down to 108. But if it bounces and gets tight, then you got yourself a bit of a probability on your hands. So if you get something like this in the next 5 to 6 hours and you go sideways, then there's a chance it breaks out. So my whole life is creating all these probabilities and just waiting on them and looking for them. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything you've given me. Just always protect me from everything in life. Amen. Amen. My mom and dad, may my mother protect me too as well. Amen. So I put it right here and add a vertical line there, and that just creates an alert. So we know that if we get back up here, what 273? See what I'm saying? High, low, higher, low. Can we get the bounce, get the tightness, get up to 2.73? All right. Let me get the likes up to the watchers. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the love, my loyal lifers, man. And thank you so much for the 50-50 in chat revenue. You people are amazing. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. All right, moving forward. Exactly, 100K. Sammy, could you please look at Magalo? No, about to bounce big. Yeah, it's funny. Wex does play case. No. Yeah, but why would you use? What do you mean? That's so crazy. All right. Shout out to Justin, man. I hope you're doing well, Justin. May God bless you. Yeah, Sammy hits 100K. We can continue the bull run. Exactly. Well, I like what I'm seeing here for Pi. It looks very interesting. And there was another coin on my radar. I want to see if Hype actually held the level it was on too. Even Hype fell down. So funny, it went sideways, and just people were like, couldn't keep up the momentum as well. Couldn't keep up the momentum. That's a good idea. So here's the deal. Are we in a bear market? Are we entering a bear market? Are we entering a bear market, everybody? Yes. Nope. Bull getting ready. No, bull getting ready. I always have problems typing, so don't get... Yes, for sure. Yes, definitely. Yes, double top. I just want to see... No, bull getting ready. Start a poll. Are we entering a bear market? All right, I want to see what you guys think. And here's the poll. And you can say, hey, you don't know, right? But just click on the poll. We'll see how many people say it. Will collect data, and that data will kind of give us some insight as to what could be possibly happening. All right. Yeah. Yeah, it starts weeks ago with the... Yeah, you're funny, man. I think bear for the alts. It's the Bitcoin show from now on. It's true. Let's take a look here at S&P futures, because the way I got it, it should be bouncing. All right. Like they melted it, but it should be bouncing. So look, you got this ascending triangle. And for me, this is just that fear mongering, and you'll get the bounce, you'll get tight, they'll print the money. However, if you do go below 59.85, then I have to concede that we'll go to 59 and then possibly to 58.34 and back to the Fibonacci. And there is some bear div here that does swing low, but you could say that was the bear div and we kind of dumped here and now we've recovered. I'd like to see us get tighter inside this zone. I'm looking for the S&P to bounce up in here and get tight. Really, to me, is a really aggressive buy zone. I've called it here too. Every time it gets pretty bearish, I've been able to call these aggressive buy zones. We have gotten out of them because they got to print that money, everybody. And once they print that money, that's just, it is what it is. You look at the NQ here too, and you want to see the bounce there. If you get the bounce, boom. And that looks very likely you will get the bounce. I wouldn't be too stressed about the markets. They look good to me. They look good to me. Right? It does. It takes, you're funny. One good Trump. Yeah, exactly. It takes one good Trump sheet. And let's take a look at our Forex factory for the week. And you can see here on Thursday, all right, we have unemployment claims. That's going to be Thursday at 8:30 in the morning. You definitely want to pay attention to that. That's going to rock the boat. Friday, let's see what we got on Friday. I remember there being something on Friday. No personal income. Yeah, personal income month over month and personal spending, right? Core PCE, price index month over month. So that will, and goods trade balance. I mean, that will have some effect in the market too. That's a red folder day. So 8:30 Friday, 8:30 Thursday. And was there something on Wednesday? No, Wednesday's clean. You got FOMC members speaking, but it's not a big deal. I do want to see new home sales just for me personally. I want to see the new home sales. They're forecasted at 677K. The previous was down. They are down. Home sales are down. I'm seeing price cuts across the board. And so people trying to sell a house are having trouble right now. There's not a lot of people out there to buy, and there's more inventory on the market. They're cutting, unless you're in a very, very like a vacation rental property area where people are just going to keep coming and spending loads of money, and where the rich just, throw wads of money at. You're in a regular market here, even Florida struggling slightly as I pay attention to the prices of the market. I'm always kind of looking at the real estate market more than ever now. And yeah, for sure, I'm seeing, price cuts all over the place. Bitcoin got the nice bounce back inside the target. Look at that. Let's see the trade. So the trade's still alive. We're actually up $32 in the trade. I forgot I was even in the trade. I was like, oh yeah, I'm still in a trade. So here we go, man. Our fourth trade kicking to the upside. So, hey, let's see if we can continue. It got very close to the stop, but it did not get me. Look at that. Woo-wee. And we live to fight another day. Let's see what can happen here as we get tighter of the zone. We break that 200 MA. We get a pump to the upside here for Bitcoin. And it is awesome. All right. My sister, fortunately, just got an offer under contract. I mean, someone's going to get one. 1 out of 30, 40 people, everyone's going to get one. That's how the market works. Someone's going to be a desperate seller. Someone's going to be a desperate buyer. You're always going to have someone that gets in regardless of what the market's doing. That's why real estate is never the worst thing in the world. But I always tell everyone, if the population declines, how is real estate going to keep kicking the way it does? Okay, yes, double top. No, the bull run getting ready. So 70% of the people think the bull run is not over. And we still here, baby. Market needs Trumpomania. Yeah, exactly. That box of pizza, you're funny. Does anybody know when they take a visit? I mean, they're going to live stream it, I thought, sometime this week. Again, this could easily dump down and look like a bear flag, everybody. Resistance. You got to flip the 200 MA to get bullish. That's why I usually don't take this trade until we flip the 200. It's very rare that I'd actually be in this one. I'm actually like, strange for me. It's the variable rate, but nobody wants. Yeah, my house is down 18,000 in the last 4 weeks. Exactly. Florida is getting rid of property tax. That could create a resurgence in real estate market here because people will flock here. They're like, well, why would I live somewhere else if I don't have to pay property tax? You don't have to pay income tax and property tax. Why the heck would you go? You know what I mean? I don't pay state income tax in the state of Florida. I mean, like you go live somewhere where you have to. I live somewhere where I get beautiful weather all the time. They help pay for my kids' school through educational promotions, which is unreal, right? They didn't do that in Boston. The school was 12 grand. This school was like 13 or 14 grand, and they somehow subsidized it. And there was a credit of 8 grand sent to the school through the government for people that wanted it, for education. I don't know how long that will go on for, but my first year here, I ended up only having to pay $4,000 for a very nice high-end private school, man. Are you kidding me? Like, me? Like, I could pay 20, 30 grand if I needed to, but it didn't have to. Florida took care of me. What a beautiful state. I don't even want to tell people this because they'll flock here by the thousands if they hear stuff like this. The second I got here, I was treated better by my government. Like, immediately. It was like, oh, night and day. And everyone says, oh, there'll be trash, everybody. They don't want to pay state tax. That's just not true. The parks are beautiful. The cops are amazing. I absolutely love the public service here. It's awesome. The beaches are clean. The people are nice. Man, and you have people from all around the country here. You meet people from Kentucky, from Tennessee, from Georgia, from Hawaii, from Massachusetts, from New York. And you have beautiful conversations. Everyone's friendly. They all want to meet someone because they're all here meeting new people. This is the hub of the United States right now. Florida is becoming the hub of the United States. There's people, it's where everyone that wants to change and grow and do something different with their life was attracted. So many people are coming to Florida to make a new life, to start fresh, to start clean, to get away from the nonsense, and to push themselves to their greatest life. I'm seeing it. And I know I'm selling Florida a little too hard. I got to calm down. I don't want too many people coming in. The phrase in Florida, yeah, BlackRock is eating up the supply, pushing up the price from the bottom to the top. I lives over by the lake, Alfred, near Orlando. She moved there 4 years ago, and she loves it. Amen. Yeah. I went to Orlando for a concert. It felt almost like a third world country. The tourist spots are different. Orlando is, yeah, some parts of Orlando are pretty, you got to be careful. Outside of I've heard. Yeah. So the market is sketchy today, but right at the beginning of the week, what does that mean? Usually that we could have a nice green week. You know, we want the dump Monday dump so we can recover the wick and get back to brass tacks on Wednesday, Thursday. You know, Sarasota, here we come. I'll pass all the time. People start over with hurricanes. You'll be all right, man. I went through the biggest hurricane Sarasota ever had in the history of the state. It went right at me, full blown, just came right at us. Straight up, tried to take us out. It was a category 5 at one point to 4. It came right at us, man. It was out of control. And we withstood it. We took it like a champ, man. The entire town of Sarasota was awesome. We got hit by both sides of wind. It ran through the state. I did not miss a live stream. That's how great the state is. Blessings to everybody out there. So, Bitcoin, my trade kind of floundering here, but we're not out yet. We're not down and out just yet. We'd still actually be up the way I protected the purse. Snatched that $30 the first time, though. See, I got a little lackadaisical talking to my friends here. Sammy fought the hurricane and won. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. It was absolutely out of control. Yeah. You got to have legal eagle for arms, too. California is permitted. I don't know what you're saying, man. The entire state is built to withstand hurricanes. I know, right? And they're about to tap me out right there. Looks like I'm going to lose $100. Dang, I got tapped out for 100. So I'm still up like 50. But damn, look, that's a head and shoulder pattern, though. Look at it now. It's a head and shoulder. So I have enough. Can I flip short that fast? Do you think I have the guts to flip short that quick? And scalp short down immediately? I mean, it's a head and shoulder. It tells me that 70% of the time I'm going to win if I take that short. So sketchy, man. Sketchy business. But that's why, you know, that's what I get for trading on Thursday. Live streaming from the car. You remember that, huh? You people are amazing. You people are literally always there for me in the hardest days, the darkest times. Just want to say thank you for changing my life and all the prayers for my mom. She has a long recovery to go, and I'll be there every step of the way due to the life revision and master friend, man. God bless you, Anuka. Just focus, man. Your discipline is important here because you need to be there for your mom. So you can't go back to broke, you know, so you really need to focus. But may God bless you and hope we give you the energy to continue to push through and the belief in yourself that anything is possible. With that, I believe you can, you will, you are the best. I'm going to leave the trades alone for now. A lot of action, back and forth sauce here. Still looks like we may be able to get out. They just tapped me. They just tapped me out right there. We get above the Tutoring and we make a flag, I'd make another trade. But there, you know, I use 27x depending, sometimes 10. This one was 27x left. Yeah. I don't go too hard. Yeah. I'm seeing this right, and then the longs got stop hunt, now focusing on the bull run up again. I don't know what's going to happen like that. I try not to be too like, this is it. I take it one step at a time. All right. So we looked at the NQ. One thing I also want to look at, we looked at PAXG, which is basically gold. But we're going to take a look at the DXY. Why? Because we have to. Sorry, it's still corny. I see the DXY, you know, right around here. I started looking at real estate and deciding that real estate was probably going to somewhat slowly bottom here because the DXY had topped out. Now, they'll ebb and flow together for a while, but see what I'm looking for? Shoulder, bigger head, right shoulder. Look at this shoulder, head, right shoulder. And yes, we may get a little bit of a move back up here, but it looks like the DXY has conceded to a downward spiral. And so it's unlikely that that Bitcoin, unless they dump together, which I've seen, but it is unlikely, you know, Bitcoin could have this spiral when the DXY is now looking like it's about to collapse. And that, you know, you want that weak dollar. Boom. Back, at least back to the 200 MA is what I'm seeing. So that's a good sign for Bitcoin and the altcoins. All right. That's a good sign for Bitcoin and the altcoins. Shout out to all the beautiful people here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Blessings on blessings. Thank you so much. All right. Man, what a day it is to be alive. And we're getting here 11:55. Any super chats here? Anything you want to ask about? Let's take a look. I got 60. Just want to say thank you for changing my life. God bless you, Anukai. Want to make sure I wasn't missing anybody and going over what's happening. Looks like the soul chart. You heard what's happening to the Pope. Let's pray for him. I hope the Pope is okay. I did hear that his health is dwindling. My goodness, man. What a stream. And let's get those 1,000 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. I greatly appreciate that. You didn't have to, but you did. Blessings on blessings to everybody out there on the live. We do have a new exchange down there in the description. It's Bit2Next. All right, we are working with Bit2Next. I like the way they work. I like their servers. They're pretty hot. Check them out. Okay, if you want to jump on into a non-KYC exchange, Bit2Next is a dang good one. I see Mexi is the best. I do love Weeks. Bit2Next is a great option for you. If, you know, for whatever reason, your servers or something's happening, try Bit2Next out. I think you'll really like it. Keep it as your backup exchange. I always like to have at least 3 exchanges for me personally. There is a link to Bit2Next below. If you sign up, we're going to do some cool stuff also, which will give you incentives and stuff like that. And we'll be doing some event, but check it out if you see the description below. All right. Yeah, I mean, Nostradamus did predict that this would be the last pope. Isn't that kind of how it's been written? We may not know the true implications of what that means. It may be a good thing or a bad. We don't know, right? We have to let time teach us that. So let's take a look at CoinMarketCap and just see if there's anything hot today that's moving. Virtual has finally got a pop in the last hour. Bear chain hugging, you know, but nothing really. You know, the hottest thing right now is Sonic, and I got a trade I'm looking at in the 2-hour time frame. My trading group knows. They'll know if I decide to get into that. So there's a few coins that I'm watching, and everything else is kind of, you know, sitting tight. I'm not panic selling, and we're just kind of going through it. Someone says, can we check SWE? Why not? Let's take a look at SWE. And because it had so much volume before, it was hot. But look, even SWE looks like, look, shoulder. The market looks, you know, like I like this in accumulation. That's where I would accumulate in the green box here. Hold on. But then look at that. I mean, that's an M pattern. M's break to the downside, right? So I don't know what to tell you, but the altcoins just look ugly. Like even some of the strongest alts, like there's a couple things I'll swing trade today, but even some of the strongest alts don't look amazing. So that's why we're trading BTC. You see, I trade Bitcoin until the alts get better. There's always something to learn and work on. There's always a trade out there. We could trade gold. We could trade Bitcoin. We could short something. We could long it. Hey, you could short the altcoins. I mean, that looks like if you lose the 200 MA on the daily, I would start saying a short. Look at the stochastics. So that has a shoulder, head, and right shoulder vibe. And again, I don't want to be the bearer of bearish news, but it looks like some of these you know, I could be wrong, but the stochastics are high. You're in an M pattern there. You took a nasty dump. You got to bounce. You cannot lose that 200 MA on the daily time frame for SWE. You do that. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like a slanted head and shoulder pattern, like slant shoulder. I'll be honest, like there's something out there that is telling me, is there a black swan coming? Because I'm like, how would SWE go all the way to a $1.11? Or maybe into $1.94? Something seems weird. Sol looks ugly as hell. Like, they're definitely bleeding it. Like 153 for Solana, like that's it. I told you it was going lower. Looks like it's headed to 141 now. Oh my God, not selling this is very difficult. It's below the... Basically, I saw anything below the daily 200 MA and then wait for it to get back again and then double up into the position. I find that to be the safest way to play anything. Like even if it got here. But man, I got in at 109. It has been tough. I was up 200 grand at 300. Should have... man. It's all good. But dang, man, dang. I might just take my 50K. I'm close to just... I said that the other day though, right? I honestly... I was about to panic sell all my soul that day right there. Remember? 170, 168. Man, I didn't expect Sol to take a beat down like that. And it lost a major trend line. So you can't lie to yourself. I'll take the 150. I got 150 grand to live on for the next year. You see what I'm saying? Pay my bills, do what I got to do. And I'll amass some other money to put into Sol. If Sol recovers and gets back above the daily, then I go back in again for 200 grand at 185 and double up. But dang. Yeah. That looks ugly as heck right now. The 3-day chart says I am beat to the ground. And it could bounce. But if it bounces off the 200 MA on the 3-day, you're talking 121. Last time it was anywhere near the 3-day 200 MA was the beginning of its rally at 37. I mean, it did go to 37. It did a 10x, and it was a huge coin. I mean, almost a 10x. Man, what a rally. So... let's get back to BTC. BTC playing games. The head and shoulder look like it's falling over. Remember, the bigger time frames are below the 200 MA. That's always bearish to me. And I challenged that beautiful right shoulder. It made a beautiful inverted head and shoulder, and then they played it. They played the pattern. They didn't let it play out. My humble opinion, you've lost the trend line already. I see lower for the whole market today. I don't like saying it, but that's what the market tells me is going to happen. I did some bullishness. We played with it the way we could, but this looks like you're going to dump further down, at least to 93,500. We go from there. BOOKMAP has all the liquidity below us. The most red is right down there, 93, 92.5, and all the way to 90,000. I don't know what to tell you, but it looks like a mass liquidation may be coming today. I'd be very careful. Sorry to end the stream so bearish, but that definitely looks like something bearish is happening here. We're getting a pullback. Again, I've been bearish before when we bounce, so we'll take it one step at a time. Don't get over emotional and panic sell. When you feel me, I'm going through the emotions just like you are. I see the ups and downs of the market. Could you still hug a right shoulder? I'm open-minded. Almost like you gotta hold that. 94.5 now. Anyway, let the dust settle. If we get above the 200 MA, I'll be looking for, I'll find my models, and if they play out, I'll be putting them out to the trading group. So pay attention, everybody. It is Monday. I love to start opening trades way later into the night, Monday, 6, 7 o'clock. So don't overtrade. Be careful. Thank you to everybody that came on into the live stream. We love you. We appreciate you. God bless the likes. God bless all the super chats and everyone that showed up. We thank you so much for your love. All right. Can we see a Bitcoin dominance chart? Let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance from Mr. Reinhardt. I mean, Bitcoin dominance looks like it's going to rip. It looks like it's going to rip. And Bitcoin dominance rips for two reasons. When the market dumps hard, when the altcoins dump hard, people run out of their altcoins into Tether and into Bitcoin. And the 3-day chart, that looks like it's going to pump. The daily chart looks like it's going to pump. Looks like it's already beginning to pump. So Bitcoin dominance getting a bit of a pump. If Tether dominance looks like it's going to pump, we're in for a nasty dump today. I mean, it is. Look at that. That means people are capitulating on their altcoins again. So look, Tether dominance is about to rip. It's about to rip. I mean, the stochastics have an oversold stochastic, and that looks like we're going to rip. So it looks like Bitcoin's going to dump. Altcoins are going to dump, and people are going to capitulate into Bitcoin and to Tether. So be careful. This is telling us a dump is coming. It already began. Be very, very careful. Every time it gets this bad, I don't panic sell. I almost get close to it, though. I'm like, ugh. Like I see myself going to the exchange, making the sell orders. Look at the fear and greed index. It's at 49 today. And all I could do is what I normally do is buy a little more BTC here on spot. What else can I do? Give me spot. Unicorn fart tons for the win. You guys are crazy. Even Deep took the hit from that 17 pump. Come on, deep. So either they're painting the worst picture ever and they're going to reverse it, but you got to pay attention. So all I do is I take advantage of these key areas to buy more BTC. Yeah, so I buy $2,000 more worth of Bitcoin right here. That's all I could do, man. Just keep buying more until make this another whole BTC and stash it away for the next 10 years. I have a 10-year plan. I consider today an opportunity to buy cheaper Bitcoin. So, and you say, but what if we go to 60K, Sam? Then we just keep DCAing. That's the plan, 95 to 65K. I've got a bear market plan. I've got a bull market plan. I'm ready to go at each one. Your thoughts on Casper USD? Looking for a short. I mean, it looks like it's in a beautiful cup and handle that's going to pump. That tells you not to short it. So I don't know what to tell you, but that tells you not to short it. But if you are going to short it, I guess you trade this as a shoulder, a head, a right shoulder. And again, I'm not a financial advisor, but the stop up here, maybe a little high above that 200 on the one, and you take it down to like 8 cents. If I were to short it, that's how I would be looking at it. Well, be careful, man. Sam, I lost a lot of money on your tel call. You lost a lot of money on my tel call? You lost a lot of money on your trade, man. Get a life. Like, get a life. I lost a lot of money on your tel call. It didn't even hit the stop loss. So, I don't know. So you didn't trade it the way, you know. Hey, man. So what you're saying is every trade plays out, right? Especially in the sketchiest market in the world, when Bitcoin was dumping this morning, you decided to go long on an altcoin. I'm just saying, like, I wasn't long on it. It looked nice to me. Hey, you get stopped out or you win, man. It's up to you. That's your trade. That ain't on me. So when you win this, if this went up to the upside, you'd blame me for the win too, right? Of course not. You'd say you won the trade, right? Come on, man. Get a life, bro. And I'm sorry I say get a life. I don't mean to be mean, but come on. There's got to be some tough love in this channel. I lost money in your tail trade. I've never told a man that he lost me money. I'm a grown man. God bless everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. May God bless you all for sticking through these tough times. You just got to push through and look at probabilities. Nobody knows where the market's going to go. I love you all. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. I'll catch you. You never know. I might even go live tonight, but I'll be in the trading group throughout the day. And we're going to have some fun. Look out for the token metrics data that I do post every Monday afternoon too as well. And Bitcoin getting a little bit of a bounce here. Getting a little bit of a bounce. Attempting to win. Attempting to win. Look, now you got the money printer. It's like they're relentless on Monday, man. It's just so funny. That looks like it's going to blast. You got the 21-day moving average. You're curving in the Stokes. I could give 1,000 trades, everybody, and win 990 of them. And the 10 I lose, people will say you lost money. It's just like, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. Please get yourself a financial advisor. Do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. It's all written out there. Stop loss is 94,221. I'm taking this long, even though it's false move Monday. Very small, 50 for one. And then if this loses, I'll be out for the rest of the day and I'll just trade into the evening. God bless. Oh, hold on. I didn't show the long. So sorry. I'm taking this long right here out the cup and handle. They attempted to hold it. We'll see what happens. Everyone, thank you so much for your time. I love you. I'll see you all tomorrow. God bless. Have a great day. May God keep you all safe. Amen. Thank you so much for your time. Remember, the secret to success is getting started. You got to start something to be able to do it. You got to take action. You got to stay motivated. It doesn't happen overnight. I'm not going to get to 100K subscribers getting down on myself, getting negative. I got to keep pushing. Amen. I love you all. I'll see you on the next one. God bless.